This one.
Oh, there it is.
We always start with a hiccup.
That's all right.
It wouldn't be a Dive Talk live stream if we didn't start with a hiccup. You know.
Totally fine. One time we recorded a whole beautiful reaction video. It's like, we did an amazing job.
Nailed it.
This one's going to rock.
Oh, my God.
Of course, we didn't have it recorded, so no one ever saw it. Forgot to hit record. Remember that one? That was great.
Yeah, so great.
Wow. We've been gone for a while, everybody.
Wow.
Lots to talk about and catch up on.
Forever. So we wanted to give away the Precious UDT A5 watch, which you have.
Yeah,
Where's the model
I wear
today?
one as well, but I didn't want to wear this one because it's brand new in the box, and I'm going to open the box. I just want everybody to see it's brand new in the box.
And actually, now that you mentioned that you wear one, you wore the whole meetup in Cozumel. Right?
I loved it. I really don't have. That's my only, if you will, nice watch, other than I guess a Tarek Shearwater dive computer. And it's so nice. It's
Super
really nice. Look at it, everybody. And I do want to talk about the meetup in Cozumel because honestly, it went way beyond my expectations of great. It did. And for a number of reasons, you'll have your own reasons. I'm going to tell you what mine are. So look, here's the box. Beautiful. And I'm going to continue to open it.
Yeah.
Just give me a second, everybody. It's a beautiful watch. I mean, these are pretty expensive. Retail.
I hope.
Do you know what they cost retail?
$600 and something dollars.
And it's waterproof to like deeper than anybody's ever going to dive.
250 atmospheres, I think. Something like
that. Anybody you know besides a submarine going to that?
It's a lot. No, or it's 50 atmospheres.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're not going to
500 meters. Okay. Whatever it is.
1,500-foot dive. Unless you want to go deeper than that, don't take this.
But anyway, I was just going to mention that if you didn't enter the giveaway, you still have time to enter the giveaway. Somebody here, maybe Terry or Sean or someone is going to share the link for the video. All you have to do is drop a comment there and just tell what your favorite watch is. That's it. And obviously, you have to be publicly subscribed to Dive Talk, just like every giveaway that we do. And other than that, we're paying for everything. We're paying for the shipping. You have to pay us nothing to get this watch. So,
That's a pretty good deal. I was going to try to take it out and just show the back of it and everything, but
it's packaged nicely.
I don't want to because I'm the type that, do you think I can put it back in the package the way they did it?
We'll be missing parts.
Nothing.
These are, by the way, number 1 to 100, and I think this is watch number 26 or 27, something like that. It has a serial number, so 1 to 100 and
inside with its instructions.
Yeah.
And, it's just.
I'm wearing it, by the way. Wearing mine.
Yeah, beautiful.
So we'll be twinsies. Same watch.
Put it back nicely because I didn't really pack it, but
yeah,
here it is.
One of the most popular comments over the last couple of weeks on our other videos is, when are you guys giving away the watch? And the challenge is we've been kind of gone for the last couple of weeks. We just came back from our meetup. And by the way, this was our second meetup ever. We did one last year, which was smaller. It was just to test the concept. And the purpose of the meetup is directly to answer the question, when can we dive with you guys? Which we get often. People want to dive with us, which is great. We love diving, so absolutely, let's dive together. And we always get the question, where can we dive with you guys? When can we dive? So we last year said, let's do a meetup. We got not a whole lot of rooms because we didn't think a lot of people wanted to dive with us. And so we had about space for 30 people, and we sold out within like 2 hours or something. It was very, very quick. So this year we decided to go to Cozumel and do it at a bigger scale. We kind of just open it up. Whoever wants to dive with us, come and join us. And 139 people showed up.
Unbelievable. And by the way, these are the shirts that we gave away at the meetup. We're both wearing them. I could show you the back. I'll try to show you the back. And it wasn't just 139 people. It was 139 people from all over the globe.
Yeah.
And different types of divers, recreational. We had a rebreather boat. We had recreational boats. And we had 7 Was it 7 total? How many speakers?
Yeah, we had 6 speakers, I believe.
6 speakers.
Yeah.
So what we did between the speakers and Gus and I, we rotated around, and every day one of us was on a different boat. And I think it was actually 7 boats is why I'm thinking 7.
7 boats.
So we would rotate around. Like I'd be on one boat one day, Gus would be on a different boat a different day. So we basically got to dive by the end of the meetup pretty much with everybody. We took tons of video, we laughed, we danced. Then after the diving each day, we would dive in the morning, typically 8 to 9 is when the boats would leave.
Yeah.
Then we would immediately get back. It's an all-inclusive resort.
Right.
Eat.
Lunch, yeah.
Great lunch. Then we got right in the water and did try rebreather sessions.
Yeah.
I think we had 36 of those.
Yeah.
Right? We had a few rebreathers in the water. Where
Almost
you could
50,
try.
I think. Yeah.
Almost 50 try rebreathers.
Yeah.
So we had a few Kiss Spirit rebreathers is what we were letting people try. And then right after that, we would rush, take a shower, and rush to the theater, beautiful outdoor theater, where our nightly speakers would speak. And we would then have giveaways.
Yes.
I mean, we gave away a lot.
71
of great
prizes.
Stuff.
71 prizes.
Yes.
Every night we were giving away 10 things.
Yes.
It was awesome.
And one of them was a Sidewinder.
Yeah.
But the Sidewinder story, which is what I wanted to tell, was one of the people there bought I don't know the exact number. It could have been 300 tickets, right? Because you had to buy a raffle ticket to win the prizes, and then we would draw them each night. He brought like 300 of them.
Okay, so people got free tickets just for coming.
Yeah, you got.
Then you got free tickets if you did a try rebreather,
Yes.
and so we gave away a bunch of free tickets, but we also opened it up and said, look, if you want to increase your chances to win, you can buy them for $1 or something.
Yes.
Like that. And we did something like if you buy X amount, you get extra tickets.
Yes.
Like we wanted to have a lot of tickets. Yeah.
And we did a big giant bucket of tickets. And
Right.
But this one guy we had to draw, imagine this, for the Sidewinder, which was, I'd call it the grand prize. I think it wasn't until the 6th or 7th draw, which I went live on it to prove that finally somebody won it other than the person that had like 300 tickets, and he kept giving it back.
I could not
He
believe
was
that.
so generous.
Yeah.
He felt like he won so much throughout the week, and he doesn't have a Sidewinder.
Yeah.
And by the way, I asked him later, and he does want to dive on a Kiss rebreather.
Yeah, yeah.
And he still gave it back, saying,
Yeah.
you know what?
He said, I'd rather see two divers,
I'd
two
rather-
Sidewinder divers than just me.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
That's how generous he was.
And
Incredible.
And not only Rishi, because he's the one who won
That's who it was.
the first time, and everybody was blown away. Like,
Yeah.
but the fact that he said, do it again without owning a Sidewinder, like blew my mind. That was one of the highlights of the trip. But then Scott and Josh, both of them won the Sidewinder too, but they already own a Sidewinder, and they said, do it again.
That's right. That's
unbelievable.
We just couldn't believe it.
3 people won the Sidewinder, and they decided to just do it again for another person.
Finally, somebody won it who wanted very badly a Sidewinder,
Yeah.
didn't have one, and couldn't have been happier, and is going to get certified. And as a
That'd be
Sidewinder, we gave away a lot more than that. A lot of beautiful Orca Torch lights,
Vacations.
some D610s, vacations.
Abaco guiding with Brian in the Crystal Caves.
I mean, these Orca Torch lights, like top notch.
12.
Like,
We gave away 12.
it was good stuff.
Yeah.
It was good stuff.
State
So
of the
anyway,
art lights.
I thought that was a big highlight. I thought every day we would go to different sites. The 7 boats all would go to different sites. Everybody would share their stories. And it was a feeling, because we were told this, of everybody was helping each other.
Yeah.
It was like the most non-egotistical
awesome.
dive trip I've ever been on. From the top world-class divers. Ed Sorensen's in there on boats helping people. Christina Zanato, Doug Ebersol, Mike Young. Just how can we help? We want to dive with you. We don't care. No, it was this great feeling.
Yeah.
And I just think it makes me want to do it again.
Even
even bigger and even more.
Yeah.
For the next one.
I think a lot of people thought that the speakers, as world-class divers that we invited, they would want to dive with each other. Like, why would Ed want to dive with me, who I have 10 dives and I'm a nobody?
Like Richard Harris, who dives to,
Why would Dr. Harry want to dive with me? Like, he was rescuing kids out of the cave in Thailand.
And
want to dive with me.
And he dives on hydrogen to like 800 feet. But here he's going to dive to 30 feet and enjoy the reefs.
Yeah.
And he did, and he loved
everyone dove with all the speakers,
which
was awesome.
It was such a great trip.
So yeah, I haven't been checking the Q&A, but if you have any questions, go ahead and drop it. We don't have a location for next year's meetup yet. I actually have a meeting. I haven't told you this. I have a meeting with a potential resort tomorrow.
That's awesome. I
So
was
we'll
going to
see
say that I do think
where
it
that
works very well, Gus, when we're in a nice, definitely has to be a nice resort, but an all-inclusive resort because it keeps us together. You know what I mean? Everybody's not running out and where are we going to go for lunch? Where are we going to go for breakfast? Where are we going to go for dinner?
Yeah.
We would all eat together. You know, it's great food. We stay together in the resort, and I think that plays well.
Yeah, definitely. And a lot of
Charity.
people had suggestions, but some of them like, yeah, let's do it in Vegas. Okay, but then we can't dive together.
I do want to shout out to Terry, who's on here.
Yes.
Scuba Girls International. Unbelievable help throughout the entire event.
Amazing.
Every second I saw her telling me what to do, where to be, how to dress, what to look like, which is great because I needed that. And then also Dive Ventures. It was powered by Dive Ventures. They brought, just for those of you who aren't on it, so you know the level of service you would have had, they brought like 11 or 12 what they call dive concierge, which are trip leaders that go through training with them to help make your experience better. Everything from checking in, what boat you're on, what gear you need, who you want to eat with. That's how it went all week, and I thought it was great.
Yeah.
And so did everybody else.
All right, so a couple of questions came in. One of them is, are you still teaching? How do I sign up for your courses? I actually got an email about this earlier today. You know, we're kind of in a hiatus of teaching, I feel like. But I feel like the reason why people want to learn from us is not so much because it's us, but because of what we preach, because of all the things that matter to us. And because of that, I feel like we've been spending time and effort on hopefully creating a network of instructors that can teach Dive Talk Scuba.
Exactly.
Basically. So hopefully pretty soon you'll be able to take a class, whether it's with us or with one of our, instructors, and, get the same experience like if you were taking the class with us.
Well said. And, that makes me think of one other thing about the meetup. Was everybody in your boat like in perfect buoyancy and trim?
Amazing.
Was it just I'm like looking around? I'm like,
well, let's not spoil it because there's going to be a reaction from us to underwater footage from the meetup.
Okay, I won't spoil it, but all I'm going to say is I would be like, I haven't been on a dive trip where it looks like this, and it looked really good. Everybody looked really, really good. So,
Question from David. Do you guys dive with people who are not certified or have never dived before? Only when you're taking a class, like an open water class?
You could
dive with us.
Right. And there are such a thing as what's called tri-scubas, but those are typically in confined water. And by the way, we're going to be working more closely even with Terry, who's going to really help head up our whole dive program that we're putting together. It's a lot of pieces to it.
Oksana is here.
Cool. Hey, Ox.
Half of the Ukrainian crew. Welcome.
That's funny. She was on the trip. She was great.
She was awesome. And she's putting a lot of content, by the way, about the meetup.
I may or may not have danced like a lunatic on the side of her boat while she was filming me.
I believe
to slightly impress her. I may or may not have been trying to do that. I'm just saying I may have.
She looked impressed.
So she was... I want to see her type impressed or not impressed. You could type that in.
She wasn't even looking.
The way I was dancing, I was like, I had some moves. I thought I had some moves.
No, but I gave Oksana. She came to me. I had dinner one night with them, their sisters, and she asked me for my advice on how do I get better as a diver. And I gave her this advice that I learned, from the internet, because everything on the internet is true. So I shared this with them. I said, look, there's something called a 100 rule, which means if you spend 100 hours a year doing anything, like any activity, including scuba diving, you'll be better than 95% of divers out there, or 95% of the people who do that thing. So I've been doing this now for a while where I aim to at least dive 100 hours a year. Like I try to do that. And like I said, the idea behind the rule is if you do 100 hours of something every year, you'll be better than 95% of people. So that's the 100 rule. So if you were wondering that, how can I get better at trim and this and kicking and diving in general? Dive a lot. 100 hours a year.
Yeah.
18 minutes a day. There you go, Patrick. Good job.
And it just takes practice. It's not, it gets better and better and easier. There's the watch, by the way, we're giving away. I'm holding it up again while we're answering questions.
Any plans to come to Australia? Fun fact that you asked that. We are hoping to do a meetup in Asia. So people from Australia can join us, Japan, everyone who's out there that can fly all the way to Mexico to dive with us or whatever we decide to do it next year for the Americas. We're doing one in Asia, so it's cheap for you guys to come and join us. And I already found the place.
Southeast Asia, diving in general, I have dove throughout Southeast Asia. I don't like to use the word my favorite diving area, but it's my favorite diving area. It's beyond gorgeous. Southeast Asia, Indonesia, Palau, etc.
Yep. How do I enter to win the watch? You just have to comment what's your favorite watch and be publicly subscribed to Dive Talk. And somebody shared the link to the video earlier. So there's a video where you drop the link. Drop your comment, and then we'll pick a random comment from there. Europe.
Ever coming to Europe? I was reading the same comment. Yeah, I mean,
we want to.
We get asked all throughout these broadcasts, when are you coming here, there, and everywhere? We will get there. I mean, I'm 58.
We're on the way.
I'm 58. I'm working hard, and we just gotta try to make a few trips a year. We do the best we can with that.
That's right. Javi keeps
Brazil
asking if
is
the
amazing.
Apple Watch Ultra counts towards the giveaway. I'm not sure what that means. You mean if that's your favorite watch? Sure. Yeah. Just comment what your favorite watch is. That's it. We just need a comment so we can draw randomly. Legia,
I think it is. Yeah. A lot of people have been inviting me to Brazil. I've met some people recently in South Florida that are from Brazil, and this one lady was like, you got to come there. You got to come there. So it's full of adventure, Brazil, not just diving. I want to go.
Yep.
I've been to Key West many times.
An European meetup will be cool. We just have to find a place. I don't know where. Like Greece, maybe? In Europe?
Europe? I will research it. There's got to be people out there that know where the best diving
Malta?
is. Malta's cool. Yeah, Malta's got some good diving. Off of Italy.
We'll figure this out.
Been to Key West many, 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 many times. I don't know how many times, but yes.
Gotta come to Barbados. Man, I wish.
Florida is a mini Brazil. Yeah, there's a ton of Brazilians in South Florida, which is funny. That's why I was just talking about it with some that were in the
It's asking what happened to all your pink accessories. I mean, they haven't seen your dive videos because you're decked out.
Yeah,
all pink.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
I have a lot
Catch
of them
on the water.
This hat's pink, and next to me I got a lot of pink stuff. I'm just I just thought I would wear the Meetup shirt today. I did not plan that with Gus. I walked in, he was wearing it, I'm wearing it. I'm like, we just got back from the Meetup, so why not wear the Meetup shirt?
Efe is saying come to Turkey. He's not even in Turkey anymore. So I don't know.
Efe, where are you? What do you
He's in like Rhode Island or one of those states.
What?
Yeah.
You left Turkey?
It makes sense.
From Turkey to Rhode Island. It makes sense.
What? I don't know why that's
what
where he
happened to
landed.
Turkey? And by the way, I don't know of any diving in Turkey. It's not like, and I love Turkey. I've been there, but it's not like the first thing that comes up is
diving.
By the way, have you heard about the diving in Turkey?
Dude.
I'm just saying. Like,
me neither. I love Turkey though.
I love Turkey.
Let's see. Do you guys have any South Florida dives planned? Not at the moment.
Egypt has very cool all-inclusive resorts, by the way, in the Red Sea, and that's some epic diving. That could be another one.
It's probably cheap flights from Europe to Egypt too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Indonesia is spectacular. That's another one.
When are you guys doing the blue hole? I don't know. We want to get to the bottom of the blue hole.
Yeah. Ooh, Christy from a previous meetup said Effie visited me in Jersey too.
Yeah, Effie is on a world tour.
I bet Christy was quiet and shy.
Yeah.
Probably didn't say much
during that visit.
Yeah.
Let's see. Some people are looking at rebreathers, which is cool. Let's see. Alex is asking, when are we doing when F is going to Florida? Oh man, he'll show up tomorrow. Don't call him. How many cave dives are you at so far? Do you know, Woody? Your count? I got to check mine.
130-ish. Maybe 140. I got to look because we added a bunch, you and I, so probably 140.
I'm at 119.
119, nice.
Yeah. So you have like 30 more than me, kind of.
Okay,
like
so I could be.
You've always been
40, 150, something like that.
Yeah, I just checked.
I need to actually catch up on my log. Actually, my cave diving log. I keep a separate log for cave diving, separate than every other log that I have.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see.
You can sign up for our. It's not our open water class, but a dive talk scuba open water class amber will be announced. Gus just announced it. We're putting together a network of dive talk, if you will, approved.
We should start our own agency. Dive Talk Scuba. Dive Talk International.
And you know, it's gonna be super cool. You'll be able to do tons of the stuff online. It's gonna be really high tech and including even nitrox. And then and
we do a fundies class, Dive Talk Fundamentals.
And then we'll have
ETF.
Then we'll have a network of instructors that'll be offering different classes in different places. So that's just another project in the basket of projects we're working on.
Yeah, I knew everyone will be receptive to another agency.
I wish I could program and build websites, and I just can't do it. No, we have a great agency that we're working with, I think. So we'll do more with that soon. They
think Dive Talk Fundamentals is not a good name. I don't know why. I think it's good. Don't you think?
I was fine with it.
DTF? Yeah. All right, here we go. Do you guys have any advice for someone who is getting their advanced open
DTF,
water next month?
People are laughing at that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What was that?
Do you have any advice for someone getting advanced open water next month?
I mean, I keep going back to the same advice. Like, make sure your instructor is somebody that you feel you bond with and would enjoy diving with and is actually advanced. I know that sounds weird, but like they know what they're doing and they're advanced and they're a good diver. They're good buoyancy, good trim. And that's my advice. And then dive in all different environments.
Yeah. I mean, good stuff.
Let's learn your knots before the class. Yeah, you can.
Oh, this is a good comment. Virtual reality dives will be cool. Somebody at the meetup brought a virtual reality set. It wasn't like in VR legit where you like as you move the thing will move, like if you're in the world. This one was more of a 360 video, and you put in the headset and then you can look everywhere and stuff. It was super cool because they filmed inside caves. So you put the headset on and you were inside the cave and you can see the line and all this stuff. And then we put it on people that are not cave divers, and it was interesting. Some reactions were like, get me out of here immediately.
Yeah. You know what's weird? For me, I was actually like a little nauseous from it. Like,
right, really?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. There's a delayed reaction that your brain isn't aware of, and I think that messed with my equilibrium. So it was cool.
Really?
But, yeah.
I was in there, and I was in like my element. I loved it. Yeah. And then I put it on Susan, my wife, and she was like, why are we doing this? How do you do this? And I'm like, what? Like, there's a line. It's dark, but we have lights. Like, I try to explain, and she was like, just get me out of here. But anyway, it's cool to test it without actually being inside a cave. I thought it was cool. Let's see. Question right here. I'm not Simon certified, but I have been doing it for a bit. I have it down only because I had back surgery. back in November. I'm thinking of going LP50s or 85s. Which one should I get? It all depends on your dives. I mean, what kind of dives are you doing? If you're doing 30-minute dives in a cenote in Mexico at 12 feet of depth, you can do LP50s all day long. You can do aluminum 40s for that depth. But if you're doing, deep dives, depending on your air consumption, I mean, you may have LP 100s. I mean, it really depends on what kind of dives you're doing.
Yep.
Name your top 5 dives. The Glass Factory, and more glass.
Oh, really?
In Abaco. Yeah, 5 times.
I don't know. I do go back to Indonesia always in my mind a lot. It's pretty spectacular.
Yeah.
What? People are
Yeah.
saying,
This is a
advice.
good question. If Mike Young needed to test an entirely brand new type of rebreather unit, would you be willing to do it? Well.
Well, yeah.
We
We've
done that already. Yeah.
I did it for a week in Cozumel. I dove the entire Cozumel trip on a brand new rebreather that is not available to anybody.
Right. Yeah.
That's a good test.
You and I have the first 2 units ever made.
And dove it all week in Cozumel. That's the only thing I dove, and it was perfect.
Yeah, it's great. So
the answer is definitely yes. I took it on a...
Already done and got the T-shirt to prove it. Let's see. How do you feel about free diving? I think it's cool. I saw the documentary, by the way, The Deepest Breath or something like that on Netflix. It was very well made.
Why is everybody laughing at our DTF
I don't know. What? I thought it was a good name.
I'm definitely up for doing a DTF class.
Dive Talk Fundies. It's awesome. We should trademark that before somebody steals it. Let's see. Any advice for an advanced open water diver regarding buoyancy control? Much appreciated. Looking at completing GUE fundamentals or equivalent. Not as good as DTF.
I'll
tell
DTF
you that much.
all the day long.
But so my advice is just go out and dive and tweak your gear. I just had a whole conversation via email with somebody who was an instructor, and he's struggling with trim as well. And I said, just do it in a pool. You don't have to go to the ocean. This doesn't have to be a big ordeal. It's just about trim and buoyancy. Go to a pool, get in with somebody who can film you, and get in trim. If your feet are heavy, add weight at your head. If your head is heavy, add weight at your waist. And tweak your gear until you're in good trim, and then go and do it in the ocean. But get it right in the pool.
Yeah, and also the more you dive in good trim, right? Mm-hmm. The more natural it feels. It doesn't really feel like you're having to force it after a while. And it actually feels weird not to be in trim.
Right.
It's like everything. If you do it one way over and over and over and over, that just becomes the norm. So don't dive in bad trim.
Right. Thank you, Brendan, for the super chat, by the way. Are you a firefighter? I am not. I am not a firefighter. Mad respect for those who are firefighters, though. That's for sure. Let's see. By the way, I asked some people that went to the meetup some feedback about the speakers. Everybody loved Jonathan Bird. It's like, you have to bring him back. He was awesome.
He really has a great personality. But, man, he killed GoPro, didn't he? I'm glad GoPro. If GoPro would have been a sponsor, it would have been the last year they ever sponsored us, because he basically kept saying, whatever you film with is probably okay unless it's a GoPro. I'm not kidding you. He hates something. It was crazy.
Yeah. So he delivered, I work for Microsoft, so that answers the AWS versus Azure question. The funny one was, he delivered a session about top 10 tips for better underwater shooting or something like that. Tip number 1, don't use a GoPro. Yeah. It was also tip number 5, tip number 10, don't use a GoPro. So
I thought all the speakers were good. I really do. They all had something totally different than each other, and everybody loved all of them.
Yeah.
So why hate on the GoPro? I don't know. That's for Jonathan Bird. But
are there dangerous animals in caves ever? I don't know. I haven't been in every cave in the world, so the ones that we've been in, no. No dangerous animals. Barely any animals at all in caves. Any recommendations or tips for liveaboard trips? I've never been on a liveaboard. I've tried to go several times and they get canceled or moved for some reason. But I think one of the ones that I've seen the most, and you can opine on this because you've been on liveaboards,
Lots.
is don't pack too much. Everybody seems to pack way more than they need.
Whatever you do, you're not going to have a lot of space and you're going to wear the same thing every day. When you dress up for dinner, that'll be like your nastiest t-shirt that you wore the other 5 nights and a pair of shorts. And then guess what you're going to wear the next day? Your bathing suit and your wetsuit, which you're going to be in all day. And then you're going to get back in the same nasty shorts and t-shirt again.
Right.
That's it. And okay, you could bring 2 pairs of underwear if you just don't want everybody to hate you.
Yeah, okay. How many dives do you think are needed before going for cave diving? You mean for cave diving training? It depends on the agency. There's minimum requirements, but it's up to the instructor, really, to enforce that. Yeah, pack light and drink water. Okay, that's the advice. Can't believe you reached 280,000. We're almost
on
there.
a liveaboard. It's called dive, eat, sleep. That is your trip.
Yes.
Typically 4 or 5 a day. Dive, eat, sleep.
Yeah.
And we could do DTF on the liveaboard. We could run those classes. Perfect place to run a DTF class is a liveaboard. Down to fundies. Dive Talk fundies.
That's right. Is diving at the Georgia Aquarium worth it? I think so.
Yeah. It's a great
Absolutely.
experience. Definitely.
Yep.
Yes, there is good diving in Fiji. Absolutely. My daughter spent like 2 months there on an internship. It's super cool, yeah.
It's a cool internship. Thank you, by the way, truck diver, for your super chat. Are we going to do any meetups in New York? I don't think so, because a big part of the meetup is being able to dive with everybody. And to dive in New York, you probably need a dry suit, which excludes a lot of people that don't own dry suits. So no.
You don't know what you're going to bump into in the Hudson River.
Yeah, we're going to try to figure that out. Gus, did they fix your AC in the hotel in Cozumel? Yeah, so there was a whole thing with my AC not working. So they basically gave us another room. So we would slip in another room and then have all of our stuff in the other room. They were like, well, forget it. We can't fix the AC. So here's another room. So we had 2 rooms. That was hilarious.
On Bali, I love what's called the muck diving. I know it seems crazy. Actually diving in the little bays, they have these muck diving. And all of the garbage and Coke cans and beer cans and so forth have become incredible habitats where you will see some of the rarest species in the world. You can Google it. Muck diving in Bali. Unbelievably cool.
Yeah. Road asking a good question. Hey, I have a Kiss Sidewinder question. I just did a try dive and felt the counter alone was too small. Couldn't take a full breath without bottoming out and overfilling it. I'm 6'6", big, long. Suggestions. Just work with Kiss.
Get a bigger counterlong. They make bigger ones.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's 2 size counterlongs, by the way. There's the standard and then there's the large. Okay. But I know that Mike will make bigger ones if you really need bigger ones. You're an NFL guy, whatever, huge guy that breathes a lot, they'll make you one.
Yep.
All right. Should we give away the watch?
I think so. It's been a while. Planned 30 minutes, but it goes fast, 30 minutes. So here's the watch, everybody. It is beautiful. Here's the...
Let's do it.
Okay. This is such a cool giveaway.
I got to get the link first. 1 second, everyone.
Let's see if I can pull up the other box. Swiss automatic movement.
Yeah.
Assembled in the USA with imported parts. That's what it says on the box.
You betcha. Okay, so let's bring in the comment picker so everyone can see this live. Let me see if I can show you this right here.
Okay, so was no sound. I said so many great things. All
I
right,
know.
Let me read
Now,
it again.
they
Precidus is the name of the thing. We were made fun of that. We can't say it. We said we also said that this box says that it's
Oh my
Swiss
God.
automatic movement assembled in the USA with imported parts. And we probably said some other very comical, funny, clever things as well that I don't remember.
Or, yeah. Anyway, so thank you. I'm glad you guys can hear us. But what I was saying is that you have to be publicly subscribed to win. All right? So publicly subscribe. If you're not, then you lose. So here we go. 500 comments. The winner is Jeffrey Walsh. Now, again, let's see if Jeffrey is publicly subscribed. So we're going to open it. We're going to do it live. Channels. And Dive Talk. Perfect. He's publicly subscribed to Dive Talk. So Jeffrey Walsh is the winner. Please, if you get any comments telling you that you are the winner and you should pay for it and you're not Jeffrey Walsh, they are trying to scam you. Okay? Don't get scammed by the scumbags who are on YouTube stealing from people.
Awesome. Beautiful watch.
So
Congrats.
Jeffrey Walsh, congratulations. I don't know if he's here or not, but Jeff, reach out to us, info@divetalk.com, and we can coordinate, and I'll make sure you get the watch.
There it is, my
about
man.
that?
All boxed up, ready to ship to you. Congrats.
Awesome. By the way, what comment did he leave? Let's see.
Let me put it back in its main box.
Oh, he says that his favorite watch is the Bulova Accutron.
Bulova.
Bulova or Bulova?
So my uncle was the vice president of like all of USA sales for Bulova watch
Obviously.
in Philadelphia for, oh my goodness, like 40 years. He died like 15 years ago. Isn't that weird? Yeah.
That's
Uncle
awesome.
Billy Alpern, spent his whole career at just Bulova watch, if you can
And
imagine that.
he couldn't hook you up, not even with a cheapy one.
I had some cheapy Bulovas.
Uncle Billy, they
I
just
think
call
I did
you
when I was
out
a kid.
in front of
Yeah, I know.
257 viewers.
Right, I mean, Uncle Billy. I mean, like, dude, you couldn't hook me up with, like, the top one?
Get it together.
Anyway, he's dead, so Uncle Billy's not hooking me up with anything anymore. But he was awesome. He's a good guy.
And in that terrible disappointment, I think it's time to end the live stream because we have some reactions to record. One of them coming out on Friday.
Wow, thank you, Beauty Addicts.
Yes, thank
Hey,
you.
Gus and Woody, I am here to say octopus or aliens. That's for sure.
Absolutely. But yes, thank you, everyone. We'll be back with reactions this week. We're currently working on day 4.
That's going to be...
Wait, I think day 4 is out.
Day 4.
Day 4 is out or day 3 is out?
Day 3 is out.
Okay.
Day 4 is the Magnificent Cave.
Yeah.
We haven't shown the cave yet.
Don't spoil it.
It's the cave.
Okay. So day 4 coming out, and then we'll see you guys on the next one.